everybody, I'm Tony Fleming from Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Thank you on joining me for really what is called a collector car video. We have one of our good friends, Sam, who's walking by. Say hello, Sam. Sam is a regular who comes by here, loves cars, knows so much about them. Anyway, these cars in particular are collector cars. And you say, well, Tone, how do you define a collector car? And I said, very good question. I'm glad you asked it. Let me answer that for you. A collector car is one that has low build quantity. They didn't build a lot of these cars. They were very expensive for their time. They're still expensive today, right? They didn't go down in price. Secondly, a low mileage example. This is a low mileage example driven less than 2,000 miles a year. Come on, man, that's already a great car. Throw in the best part, and it's the last year of this body style. The last year. You can look at many different cars around the world that is the last of its body style, and why they're worth a lot of money, because the next year of body style was different. It wasn't as classic as say some of these are. Maybe this is one of those great cars where maybe you rode around one, or maybe someone else had one and you couldn't afford one at the time, or you did own one at the time and want to remember what it's like. These are powerful. They are loaded with sports car features, but they're great driving, great touring cars, and designed just to travel long distances. All right, so we've metered the paint on this car for authenticity, which is important. You know, people can say things are what they are. The paint meter tells us exactly what we have, which is pretty cool. That makes it more authentic. Secondly, a great color combination. Seriously, when you think about smoke silver, right, with this Bordeaux leather interior, it is rich and elegant, just like this car was designed to be back in the day. It's been in many movies, many shows. You know, it's always been a car that wasn't attainable for a lot of people. If you've never driven one, man, they are heavy, they're powerful, they're fast, they're safe, they're really amazing long distance tours, and they are moved down the road. The 5.6 liter V8 definitely goes, and we'll take a peek at that in a second. But I want you to see under the hood right here. Before we get under the hood, actually, we're going to look at the quality of the paint. This factory paint right here. Beautiful, beautiful paint. You can see all the letters nice and crisp. You can see the ceiling lights, everything in there. They did such a nice job back in the day, and that's what you get when you get low mileage cars. You get really, really nice stuff. All right, so we're going to take a peek under the hood here. We're going to talk about the drivetrain. But before we talk about the drivetrain, I always like to do a little trivia with these cars, because these cars are fun, and I'll tell you why. So like, I might bring one of these home, or you might have it at your house or a car show or whatever, and you're talking to your friends and you say, well, yeah, go ahead and open the hood and check out under there and see what you think. It looks really nice and detailed because it's original. I'll be with you in a few minutes. I got to take a quick call. Right? And I set them out there, and I love to watch them struggle, because no one can ever find the hood release in these cars. No one. Maybe you know because you're watching this video and you're an expert. 99% of the world has no idea. And they're searching for here, and they're looking here, and then the bumpers, and they're all around and doing all this. Well, it's hidden up here in the star, right? And it's right in there. Once you find it the first time, you're like, oh, God, I can't believe how easy that was to find. Anyway, that's your trivia for today. All right, what do we have here? 5.6 liters, approaching the 6 liter mark of all aluminum V8, fuel injected, underrated horsepower. Everybody says that these typically make over 300 horsepower. They're rated for under. I'm not sure why they did that, maybe for insurance and things like that. But these cars fly. They will spin the tires up the street. They are a grand touring, powerful car with overdrive automatic, so that you can go on nice cruising adventures. Important stuff that I like to point out that you need to know as well is things like this. This original build tag is still here. If this car was in an accident, this piece would have been replaced, right? And this would not be here any longer. Showing original panels, the original stickers with the VIN number are still on the fenders over there too, showing us we have the original fenders. This is what I mean by a collector car, right? What separates a car that's more expensive from the much less expensive regular day cars, right? We have regular 560s that are inexpensive, and they're great driving cars, right? But this is a collector car, meaning continuing to go up in value as time goes on because of its low mileage, authenticity, and its amazing drive. Throw in the fact that it has power 4-wheel disc brakes, power steering, all of the luxury accoutrements that you might like, and you have a great grand touring car. All right, so I bring you to the back of the car for a couple reasons. One, because this looks like a luxury car, right? If you remember a lot of the movies of the 80s and early 90s, these cars were always in the movies. Why? Like Beverly Hills Cop and stuff like that. They were in the movies because they were luxury, and they really still look luxurious. The trunk Not many trunks are done like this where they carpet the entire thing all around. This is painted black so it doesn't reflect in there. This has 2 sets of floor mats, right? Spare tires down here, batteries there, toolkit is there. All those items are in place like they should be, okay? And then the quality, forget all that. Like the polished stainless and the taillights, like all that stuff's still original, which is pretty cool. And then you get this sound. Like that's the sound of a real trunk, right? Secondly, I want to talk real quick about this. This comes with a hardtop, and the hardtop is really nice because you get 3 cars. And what did you say? Tell them, well, how do I get 3 cars? Well, you're sending me 2 more cars? Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you 2 more cars. However, the case that I'm really talking about is we have a convertible, car number 1. Awesome, awesome looking car. Weather gets a little ugly, or you want the AC on because you're schwitzing, right? You got your hair set up for the evening, but you want to take your cool car so when you get out of the party that you're going to, you can put the top down, right? Beautiful, soft top that goes up there, matches the paint. It's the dark chocolate, so it's kind of like in the same family. And then the third car that you're going to get is the coupe. And you say, well, Dash, what is that? How does that look? Well, this changes the whole car. Because this is painted, it makes it look like the coupe version of these cars that they used to sell before. And then you could get, once this is on, this is what it looks like inside. The headliner is beautiful. This has a rear defroster, and here's how it plugs in when you put the top on. And it makes for a very quiet car. It makes for a different look of the car, and it's really fun to own. A great thing about it, too, is if you wanted to use for storage, they sell a rack that actually lifts it up here, and it puts you right up against the ceiling. So you drive in and drive out, use it as much as you want. When you want to put the hardtop on, you just uncrank it, it lowers it back down on the car, and you lock it in place. Boom. Okay, so you're walking up to your SL, your 560 SL. It just sounds nice to say that. I don't know why. 560 SL, and you say, "Wow, that's a great looking car outside." Even though you're not going to spend a lot of time outside, you're going to spend some time inside, and now that's where we're going to go. But I want you to hear something before we get in, and this is this. This is a convertible. 9 times out of 10, these doors rattle for all cars built. Mercedes makes a car that's a little different. That annoying sound, you want that annoying sound, and I'm going to tell you why you want the annoying sound. Because the annoying sound, I want to show you how much room is in here. The annoying sound is the key buzzer. That means that the customer that owned this car in the past, right? The previous owner made sure that everything continued to work on the car. A lot of time key and buzzers don't work, but this car is super authentic. Original interior, original carpets, original dash, original Becker sound system still in the car, right? You might want to say, hey Tony, I'd love to upgrade the radio, but I want to keep that there. Well, what we could do is put a modern stereo inside the glove box if you wanted. However, a modern stereo does fit in that space, and we don't have to modify the dash, so we can upgrade that if you wanted to. Why do I say this is a powerful car? It's 170 mile an hour speedometer here. 170, right? They knew that this car was fast and needed to leave some room in case people wanted to add twin turbos or something even more ridiculous. I'm just kidding, but you know what I'm saying. 7,000 RPM Tach, full array of gauges. So like this is a sports car. This is not just a touring car or a luxury car, right? It's full of everything from oil pressure to volts, outside temperature gauge, power windows. It's just luxury, and it oozes luxury. When the hard top's on, it's great. When the soft top's up, it's great. And when the top is down, it's even better. Lastly, in the back here, you can put jump seats in here for small, like grandkids or something like that, or small children, maybe your pet, what have you. They also sell a bench seat add-on for this here, so you can turn it into a 4-seater if you wanted. Has a couple options, but anyway, it's still pristine. Or you can put, maybe you're going away for, you know, a whole week and you're going to take this car, you can put some soft luggage here and the rest of your stuff in the trunk. End of the day, it's just a great looking car, and you can see riding in this car how comfortable it already looks. All right, so I want to close up the video on what I call a modern classic car. You say, Tony, what's a modern classic? You said it was just a minute ago, it's a collector car. Well, it is a collector car because of why? Mileage, low mileage, last year built, low production, great color combination, pristine condition, right? Secondly, it's a modern classic because it has air conditioning and 4-wheel independent suspension and 4-wheel disc brakes and beautiful power steering and leather interior and just on and on and on. It's a full-on luxury car with the hard top as well. These are magnificent cars. If you've never driven one, they are fast, they are amazing, and they are a lot of fun. Anyway, call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about this 560 SL. And if you don't mind, hit the like button down below. That helps us get our message out. And if you would, share it with your friends. I think they may like it as well. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We put new content out all the time. And I'll see you on the next one.